Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Exotic Wine Travel. I'm your host, Matthew Horkey. We are still here in the Tikvesh Valley in Macedonia. For those of you that don't know, I didn't clarify this in an earlier episode. Macedonia is a separate country. It's north of the Macedonia region of Greece. Greece is actually about 20 kilometers that way. We're really close to the border. Also known as the former Yugoslavian nation of Macedonia. So, we're here to review some Macedonian wines here today, and these wines are available in the United States. That's why I really wanted to review them today. Uh, First thing that was a lot different than, excuse me, in Macedonia versus Serbia. Serbia, most of the wine producers were very small. We're talking about 10 to 40,000, maybe 100,000 bottles every single year. Macedonia, it's different because when Yugoslavia was together, Macedonia was known as the region of Yugoslavia that was pumping out immense quantities of red wine. I think Yugoslavia was in the top five, top six wine producing countries in the world, but most of it was bulk wine to supply itself, Russia, other markets. So in Macedonia, the size of the wineries are a lot bigger. Let me give you an example. First, I went to Tikvesh. Now, Tikvesh is one of the older wineries in Macedonia, is also the largest. Their capacity is 35 million liters per year. If they were bottling all of that in 0.75 liter bottles, that would equal about 44 million bottles a year. So it's really huge. We went to this huge complex, and I think the town was Kavarachi, Macedonia. We had to check in. And in order to go to the restaurant, the tasting room, we went through the cellar, and the cellar was huge. So many barrels. Everything was really big. We sat down. It was a really formal setting, but we got to taste a lot of wine. So this is the one I'm going to talk about first. It's the Tikveş Bela Voda Vineyards. This is 2013. Now, Tikveş is known for making a lot of bulk wines. But this Bela Voda is one of their Terroir series, or their high-end wines. I have to tell you, this is 50% Vranac, local variety here, and 50% Plavac Mali, which is from native to Croatia. And I did not want to like this wine. The reason, it's a huge winery. I think they make about 50,000 bottles of this per year. And another reason, I think it was scored 94. The 2011 vintage was scored 94 points. Robert Parker. The waiter told me this 2013 was 95 points, Robert Parker. I couldn't find any confirmation on that. I didn't want to like it, but my goodness. On the nose, beautiful tobacco, dark, light, and blue fruit all together. Chocolate, a little bit of cedar. On the palate, it was like all those berries mixed together with little bit of vanilla. The oak was integrated really nice. It still smells really nice. Shireen liked it too. I gave it on my Vivino score 4.3 out of 5. Really good. And I'm gonna buy some. There's a couple of suppliers in the United States. I'm gonna buy some for my cellar. $19.99 I found was about the usual price. That's a heck of a big value for this wine. So the next one we went to Stobi. Stobi is one of the newest wineries in Macedonia. They started in 2009. Again, it was in the small town. It was a huge complex. We went through. We saw the big stainless steel tanks. They were huge. They told us the capacity was about, Shireen, you have to correct me, was it 4.5? Yeah, 4.5 million liters per year. So if they were doing 0.75 bottles, that'd be 6 million bottles a year. And when I said, oh my gosh, and he said, we're about medium-sized winery here in Macedonia. So that's pretty crazy. This is their Stobi Syrah Barrique 2011. Now you see the pheasant right there? That's because they're right next to this ancient archaeological site of Stobi. It was a Greco-Roman city, and their symbol was the peacock. So that's why they chose the peacock here. Excuse me, when we sat down, we had lunch at the winery. We had a tour, we had lunch. It was a nice big winery. Everything was well done. The food was excellent. Their wines were very good and super high value for money. I think when I found these in the U.S., we're looking about $10, $15. In the cellar there, I got it for about $10 US. Syrah is not very common here in Macedonia. So we're going to give this a little bit of a taste here. First thing we see is beautiful, beautiful purple to garnet color. It almost looks like an Australian Shiraz. Again, a lot of blackberry, pepper, just a little bit of the, mostly blackberry jam, pepper, and a little bit of the barrique, the barrel smell. For those of you that don't know, barriques are 225-liter barrels. That's what's typical from Bordeaux. That's where they started using them originally. Let's give this a taste. Our server, so this was off menu. We were tasting all their wines. This is their premium line. And he said, I have a wine for you that's not on the menu. I'm going to bring this out to you. So he brought this Syrah. I can see why he really likes it. Blackberry, jammy, but not too jammy. Pepper. A little bit of tobacco chocolate on the palate. Some leather starting to come out on the nose. It's almost like in between. If we had French Syrah from the Rhone Valley here, that's more earthy, more leathery, and we had Australian Shiraz over here, big, peppery, jammy black fruit. It's not right in the middle. Maybe it's about 60% towards the Australian Shiraz, about 40% to the French Syrah. It's a really nice mixture. I think I'm going to give this 4.1 out of 5 on Vivino. Yeah, that's what I think. Well, stay tuned to our channel. We're going to have a lot more videos from Macedonia. Check out my Vivino account. We've already reviewed over 130 Serbian wines and so far over 40 Macedonian wines. It's going to be a lot more. The link's in the description box below. Until next time, I'll see you.